Hello and welcome back, guys, in this new video. Today, as you probably saw in the title, I'm gonna show you the gear that I'm bringing with me on my first ever bikepacking adventure. It's gonna be a 5 days trip through the Alps. We're gonna start in Bolzano. We're going up to Innsbruck and then doing basically a loop where we're coming down. We're gonna do the Stelvio Pass and then back to Bolzano. So this is kind of the route, but I will probably leave the GPX file in the description. I think we can start with the gear. So this is the bike I'm utilizing. It is a Merida gravel. I've been recommended gravels to be the best type of bikes for bikepacking because, you know, they're kind of very versatile, so they can be on both road, tarmac, and on gravel, or, you know, if there is any off-road. On it, I've mounted a roof rack, which is very easy to mount. You know, it attaches to the saddle height and then to the frame. It takes like 5 minutes to mount, and it's really nice. Also, it has bands on it, so you can tie things around. I'm utilizing also these two waterproof roof rack bags. I'm gonna attach one per side of the roof rack, and these are actually very nice. These are like top tier, and luckily I've got this from my dad because he also goes on bikepacking adventures, so I was really lucky to have these already. I'm gonna attach them like this. And then I have this handlebar bag, basically for my nutrition and everything I want to have handy. So for example, my GoPro, my phone, if I want to record something, I'm going to document everything and make a big documentary that I'm gonna upload on YouTube when I come back from my trips, and I can edit the video. So this goes on the bike on the handlebar. Then I have this small frame bag where I'm gonna put all the maintenance tools. So, you know, everything to change a flat tire or the multi-tool, and it's gonna go on here like this. And for the bags, I'm done. You can see I have 3 water bottle racks that I'm gonna use 3 water bottles that are basically over half a liter each, so we can have a lot of water, also because we're staying in a tent. So at night, if we wake up, we're thirsty, or the water we need to boil for cooking the food, so it's better to have more water. And as you can see, I've also utilized this room on the bottom of the bike frame, which otherwise would be wasted, because I mean, you can put also some type of bags that with bands just bend around this part of the frame, and you can utilize that space also. Obviously, I'm going to be utilizing an helmet, blue as the bike, and these are my bike shoes. These are actually mountain bike shoes. They're very dirty, but they get the job done. And I've been recommended to use mountain bike shoes because, differently from road cycling shoes, these are much easier to walk in. So they're more like normal shoes. But now let's actually get into the gear I'm going to use. I will start from the sleeping equipment, because obviously sleeping is the most important part, I've been told. So you have to prioritize sleep. So get a good sleeping bag, a good sleeping mattress, and if you can, a pillow. This is my sleeping bag. It's comfortable at 10 degrees, which, seeing the weather forecast, it's going to be very useful, because the nights are going to be around 12, 11, 13, depends, and in my range, so it's going to be cold, and a good sleeping bag like this will be useful. You want to pair a sleeping bag with a good sleeping mattress. This is very basic one from Decathlon, but it has the R coefficient of 2.1, which is good for, I mean, like Alps in summer conditions. So this is a really good one. It's kind of, you know, big to carry, but the discomfort in the transportation definitely is worth the comfort in mounting and dismounting it when you arrive at the camp base and in the morning when you have, because it literally takes 3 seconds to fold and unfold. So I would really suggest. And I'm pairing it with this also inflatable pillow that takes literally like 5 seconds to inflate. It's also from Decathlon. It's the basic one. So this and the mattress together are combined are like 20 euros. They're the basic version, so I'm not gonna promise you crazy performance, but I hope they're gonna get the job done, and I'm gonna try them out. You know, it's first time, gotta experience a lot of stuff. And I'm sweating like crazy out here. It's very humid. It's insanely hot here. In case it rains, I'm gonna cover the sleeping bag with this waterproof cover, and instead for the sleeping mattress, because as I will show you, they're both put on the roof rack, so if it rains they will get wet. The sleeping mattress is going to be covered by, yes, a trash bag, which is obviously plastic, so it's waterproof and it gets the job done. So I'm going to wrap the mattress around this trash bag. 2 cycling jerseys and 2 bibs. I'm gonna rotate through these 4 pieces of clothing through the days, and I'm gonna wash by night and dry by day. That's the rule. They should get the job done, and it's only 5 days, so it's not like I'm staying away for 1 month. I'm pairing them with 3 pair of socks, just synthetic socks that are very light and easy to dry. This is the most important part. They have to be easy to dry, wash and dry. And I'm gonna also rotate through this. 3 maybe is too much, too many, you know, because 5 days, 3 socks, but it's okay. Now we talk when we get off the bike, when we start winding down in the evening, so when we have to get settled down at the camp base and relax, and this is the most important. So I'm utilizing only 1 set of spare clothes, non-cycling clothes, 1 shirt, very light, easy to wash and dry. Same thing with a pair of shorts, just keeps the ones. So it's very important, just you have a shirt, you have a pair of shorts apart from your cycling clothes, and you're gonna just wear this when you're not cycling. So when you're just walking around, maybe visiting the little town, or just wandering around the camp base. For much comfort, I'm gonna use as my other pair of shoes, apart from the mountain bike shoes, I'm gonna use Crocs. So many will criticize this, but Crocs are actually so comfortable, and you can do so many things in them. Basically, you can do everything else. So on the bike, use mountain bike shoes, everything else, use Crocs. And one big tip that I will give you that has been given to me, one thing that is a game changer, is after you've been cycling all day, you got wet feet because they've been sweated, or maybe you went into the water or something like this. Having wet feet at night is really awful. So a pair of dry wool socks will change your life, because when you put this on at night, it's just like a game changer. And you know, having warm and dry feet is just amazing. So why not bring them? They're kind of heavy, but I'm only bringing 1 pair. So since we're also gonna climb the Stelvio Pass, which is a 26-kilometer climb, and it's one of the top ice parts of the Alps, so the descent will be extremely cold. It's very long, so if you don't cover yourself, you might get pneumonia, okay? So what I'm gonna bring for the Stelvio descent, specifically for that, so a nice pair of gloves, just to prevent cold for the hands, a buff for my neck, to cover my neck, a windbreaker, a long sleeve windbreaker. This is a really game changer from Epica. It's really good quality. And also in case it rains, so this is not really for the Stelvio, but this is a rain jacket, because actually it says it's going to rain. So also when you're on the bike, just like pedaling through the cycle path, this might turn out useful if it starts raining, because it's windbreaker and anti-rain. One thing I forgot to mention, which is really important, you never know how cold it's gonna get in the Alps. The weather in the mountains always changes, so at night, since your body temperature gets lower, because you have to relax to sleep, if it's really cold and your sleeping bag is not enough, if you wake up because of the cold, it's gonna be really hard to fall asleep again, and you're gonna have a very rough night. So for emergency, just because it might happen, I'm going to bring 2 very important pieces. 1 pair of compression pants and 1 compression shirt. These are just for emergency, you know, if it gets really cold, it might be good enough to sleep all dressed up inside of the sleeping bag with the sleeping mattress that's also isolating you from the terrain, and inside the tent in 2. So when you breathe, you're just exhaling CO2, so you're warming up the environment. Hopefully I will not suffer cold, because suffering cold is really bad. I have not good experience sleeping in tents. I've done it a few times, but mostly in hot conditions rather than cold. I've had very bad nights of sleep because of the hot, not because of the cold, so we'll see. So now talking about hygiene, you don't need many things for hygiene, but you obviously need a beauty case, which for me is going to contain a toothbrush, a very small one, some toothpaste, sunscreen, and post-sun cream, which is basically, you know, it's kind of likely will get burnt because the sun in the Alps, you know, it's very rough. I have a very small bag of soap, chopstick. This is a game changer, suggested by my mom, but honestly it's incredible. Obviously it's wipes. For obvious reasons you need wipes, and these are actually also good smelly ones. Then I have anti-bug spray. This is very important for mosquitoes and Zeki, I don't even know how to say that in English, but I'll put it here. A microfiber towel, just, you know, in case, you know, obviously we'll get a shower in the fountains, and this is what I use to dry up, and it's obviously microfiber, so it's easy to dry also. This is the important thing. It has to dry quickly. Last very important thing, an aid kit, first aid kit, so it has the very essential in case, you know, we get a wound or something like that. Now we get into the tech gear, let's say, so everything I'm bringing with me to record and document as much as I can. Obviously, first of all, my iPhone 15, which I'm using to record right now. It's the tool I'm using most often to record the videos because it has a good quality and it's very, you know, easy to have at hand. Other two pieces I'm bringing with me is first my GoPro. It's a GoPro Hero 8 Black, but it does not function very properly. It only works sometimes when it wants, so I'm bringing it because I might use it to record some, I would say alternative type of clips if I'm creative, but you know, just in case. The most important piece I'm bringing for me, because I think I can get some very exquisite clips out of it, it's my drone, which is now inside of this GoPro bag. I obviously have the drone, the 3 batteries and the remote controller. Really excited for this because obviously droning in the Alps is crazy and I can't wait for it. I hope I can get some really nice clips out for the documentary I'm gonna publish on the channel. Last but not least, very importantly, all this tech gear, you need to recharge it. So I bought this really good power bank battery on Amazon. It has a total cell capacity of 20,000 milliampere and a battery capacity of 10,000 milliampere. It aggregates a power of 45 watts and it has 4 ports, so 2 USB-Cs and 2 normal USB. Obviously I'm also gonna bring 4 cables. Now I have 3, but I'm gonna find one more. I hope this gets the job done. So we've almost come to the conclusion of this video. I'm basically done with all my gear. Last few things, but that are important, is zips. If you need to fix something or tie something to the bike, they can be used for kind of anything. Importantly is a headlamp. This is a game changer, but only bring one light. So I was undecisive either to bring also a bike light, you know, on the handlebar, just like lighting the path ahead of me. But honestly I thought I'm not gonna ride during the night, so why just add more useless weight? So just bring this. I'm only gonna use it at night in the tent. It's very useful. You can sleep with it on the head. You won't notice basically, and if you need to go to the bathroom, you wake up and you just have the light on your head. It's so much useful, and you have your hands free. Also, if you want to work, I don't know, on the fire, I don't think we're gonna make any fire, but on maybe cooking the food if we're late at night. So definitely bring a headlight. Oh, and obviously I'm gonna bring my GPS devices. I'm gonna use my Garmin Forerunner 165. I do not have it right now, but it's just my smartwatch. It's also a GPS device. I will have my head unit, Garmin Edge 830. I'm just gonna upload the GPX route on it, and I'm gonna follow that. So a GPS device is always useful. So I think we've come to the conclusion of this video. I really enjoyed it, showing you all the gear I'm bringing in this adventure. I'm actually really excited. So it's gonna be the 4 of us and 1 very close friend and 2 guys that I met like last year that are from Milan, and I think it's gonna be a really crazy adventure, and I'm gonna document it all, hopefully make some very great memories, because that's the important part obviously, and just enjoy this time in nature and with some very good friends. Hopefully this video was useful for you if you're planning on going on a bikepacking adventure. So if you're actually going on an adventure, just send me a DM on Instagram. You can find the link in the description, because I care so much about where you're going. And also if you're planning any, you know, crazy bikepacking adventure in 2027 next year, just tell me and I might join, you know, because honestly, if this one goes real well, I don't know who can stop me by doing more. And last, obviously, if you want to follow the trip, follow me at the link description, my Strava account. I'm gonna upload all the rides. I hope you like this video. Leave a like in that case, and subscribe down below here in the comments, guys. And I think I'll see you soon. Bye bye.